got something I think you'll all enjoy if you've been trading very long, and that is the option of trading with no indicators on your chart. Have you ever noticed as you add indicators, it kind of distorts your chart? It really changes the proportions of your chart, and it really can may detrimentally affect your trading. You may say, I've got all these indicators in my chart, so I know what I'm doing. However, you have a tendency to look at the chart direction based on all those indicators when simply if you took all the indicators off, you could more easily see the actual direction of the trend. Now, if you're trading, long term, short term, here's what I do. Now, I'm going to show you what it looks like with just a trend line. Now by that, we can all see this is in an upward trend. However, all of our little panels, which I'm going to put in a package here for you, are showing us that in each time frame, 15, 30, 1 hour, 4 hour, we're in a downtrend. We are in an uptrend on the 1 hour, and we can see that on here. The 1 hour, or 1 day, I'm sorry, in the 1 day, you can see they're all green. 1 day, green. 1 day, green. We can do that on all of our indicators. This one only goes to 4 hours. But all 4 of these indicators gives us the power to really trade with just placing a trend line and then checking out and seeing what is the actual trend on the different time frames. Now, while this daily is in an uptrend, we're still in a downtrend on the weekly. So it does give us the possibility of knowing ahead of time that when this comes down to hit this trend line, it may go on and break it because we are in a major downtrend. So what you can see here is while we can see it is in a downtrend by looking at the charts or the panels, that when it hits the 1 day mark, which could be down in here, it's likely to go back up. So it tells us exactly what to do. We've got a nice possibility of taking a downtrend all the way, or a down trade all the way down to the trend line, just by looking at these panels. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them here. You can choose, depending upon your trading style, which one you like. They give you all the different indicators all piled in together without cramming them all over the chart, and you can see how each indicator is pointing. This, in my opinion, gives you a lot better idea of what's going on because you're able to see multiple time frames. If you're trading, for instance, on a 30-day time frame, it may look like this. Now, on a 30-minute time frame, and we know if we put a trend line on here, we were in an uptrend, it broke here, we're back into that downtrend. And with that downtrend, we kind of know by looking at the longer term where that's going to go. So we can put our trend lines on there and pretty much anticipate that if we go back to the 4 hour where we were, that we're going to be back heading back down towards that major trend. So this, in my opinion, is a better way to trade. What I'm going to do is include all 4 of these panels in with the package. You can see how to trade with them. Now this is a panel that I had custom made because in my opinion, this is too much to look at. These are too hard to look at. I like something a little bit more simple. This is the moving average. You can see this is a velocity channel, which I love. If you've ever worked with velocity channel, this is the Haneke Ashi Smooth, actually, this one, which I like too. Smooths out a lot of the ups and downs. And the moving average. I always like to set the moving average on 200 because that's where it usually hits if you put a 200 moving average. But you can change all the parameters in here and decide which time frames you want to trade on and what all the parameters are so you don't have to put all the indicators on the chart. So I hope this will help your trading. It does me. You can imagine trading on a chart that looks like this versus a chart that looks like what's a good chart here? Let me show you what might be. How about that chart? Do a lot of us have charts that look like that? Well, we can see that's in a major downtrend, minor uptrend, so that's probably going to keep coming down. So that's a nice chart. However, it's a lot easier to read the ones that just have the panels on them. You can put the trend lines on them, and you can go from there. So I hope that helps. What I'm going to do is include all of the different panels in the charts for you, or in the package for you. Now, this is the one that's up here. It's the only one that I had designed. However, what the cost of the package for is basically the collaboration of putting them all together, showing you how to use them, and helping you to understand what the major traders do. They don't trade like this. They get the indicators off the chart. And if you ever talk to one that's making money, he'll tell you. They do price action. They may put a couple trend lines on there, and that's it. So this is a combination of price action, trend line, and still being able to see what the higher and lower time frames are doing. So I'm going to put that in a package for you. You'll see the link below. I hope that helps, and I hope you enjoyed it.